Hey, what's up, cats and kittens? And shout out to all my cerebralites. It is she, the Cerebral Diva, and I'm back with another episode of In the Loop. And in today's episode of In the Loop, we're going to be talking about the ubiquitous topic that is all over the internet. It's been over the internet all weekend long. I finally decided to carve out a couple minutes to talk about it. It's going to be brief because I don't think that it's really deserving of an extended video, but here we go nonetheless. And that topic is Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B during New York Fashion Week. Now, let me say this. I don't stand for Nicki. I don't stand for Cardi B. I stand for being a grown woman, right? That's really my position on this whole issue. Be a grown woman. I stand for being in control and respecting the brand that you're creating. And that's why in this particular instance, I'm going to give the win to Nicki Minaj because I feel like Cardi B, and while I can understand the emotions attached to Cardi B's response, I just don't understand the when and the where. Like, if there were any two, and this is why I think that sometimes these younger celebrities need adults in their entourage. They don't need to be surrounded by people in their same age group, their peers, their contemporaries, what have you. Sometimes you need a grown woman to step in and say, baby girl, not right now. This is not the time. This is not the place. We'll get her later. But anyway, so Cardi B pulls up on Nicki Minaj at New York Fashion Week. And, it was a result of a lot of taunting by Nicki, saying that she was going to, confront Cardi B on site and, all of this sort of subliminals in the back and forth. And most recently, it's alleged that Nicki liked a tweet that essentially equated Cardi B to being an unfit mother. Now, and this is what I say to that. So what? Liking a tweet is completely innocuous. It's not hurting you, not harming you. Especially when you're posting videos of your man fingering you on Instagram. Like, to me, that's much more harmful and much more damaging to you as a mother and a brand than Nicki Minaj liking a tweet. And it just goes to show you that people will pick and choose their battles, and sometimes it's easier to focus your anger on things outside of yourself than to look inward and see how you can change and how you can be a better person. And not only that, if the perception of you as a mother is your primary concern, do you think that fighting in a ball gown during New York Fashion Week and throwing a shoe is going to do anything to change that perception that people have of you being an unfit mother? Because if anything, what you did is more damaging to your child than anything that Nicki has done. What you did could have potentially caused you to go to jail, to be separated from your child, for one. What you did could have potentially caused, let's say that shoe that you threw hit a security guard in the eye and took his eye out. Here we go with a $20 million lawsuit. And now Cardi B is bankrupt because she couldn't control her emotions. And ultimately, you let Nicki win. And ultimately, the daughter that you created with Offset, who would have potentially been more well off had both of her parents been successful, is now solely reliant on the finances of her father. So when you go out, allow another person to take you outside of yourself and be reactionary, then ultimately you're allowing that person to win. So I think that Cardi B took an L, in my opinion. Now when it comes to Nicki, I get it. Like, Nicki for me is like Tamar. She's one of those people who just, they drink their own Kool-Aid. But they have this spirit of entitlement. They have this energy of superiority where they have to be better than someone, and so I can understand why Cardi B feels the way that she does. But don't let this woman antagonize you and take you, out of your element and allow you ultimately to hurt yourself. Because, right now for me, Nicki looks like the puppet master. Like, she pulled the puppet strings for Cardi B and got the response that she wanted. And now you have people side-eyeing Cardi B and taking you out of certain social circles that could help elevate you to a different level. Now, on the flip side of that, one of the biggest complaints that you hear about Nicki Minaj and about past rappers like Lil Kim is that they reach a certain tier of success and they become unrelatable. I do think that throwing a shoe and fighting at the Harper's Bazaar party, makes Cardi B relatable to a certain demographic who want her to stay street, who they don't want to see her become polished. They don't want to see her change because the hood is what they like, the hood is what they see. I mean, the hood is what they want her to continue to be. Now, if that's really your target demographic and that's where you want to stay, then by all means, continue acting a fool in public, but continue throwing shoes, at parties, and ultimately you'll see the ghetto is where you will remain. So, I really feel bad that this happened to Cardi B, because when I look at Cardi B, like if I had a choice to be friends with Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, I would definitely choose to be friends with Cardi B. She seems more sincere. She seems more humble. She seems more down to earth. She seems much more relatable. But as her friend, and this is why I think that Cardi B should be side-eyeing the people around her, they should have pulled her back. They shouldn't. Your friends should be the ones who are, your conscience sometimes when you don't have the wherewithal to be in control of your own faculties. So, I think Cardi B is a good person, but I think she has a lot of growing to do. People say she's only 23, 24. Not an excuse, because when you've been a stripper, when you're in the entertainment industry, your 23 is probably more like a 33. You have to become a lot more savvy about how you make moves throughout the world. She made a whole song about making money moves. That Harper's Bazaar was not a money move. It was the antithesis. So that's really my opinion on it. The win goes to Nicki for maintaining her cool, for walking out looking like a diva, every hair still in place. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj looks like someone implanted a marble underneath her eye. So I'm going to give the win to Nicki. Comment below. I'm curious to know what you have to think. I'll talk to you guys again soon. In the interim, remember to live better, love harder, and think smarter. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel so inclined. It is me, the Cerebral Diva, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day.